Welcome back to Making the Madness on YouTube. Conference USA. It has a team that could be vying for an at-large bid. Probably not, but they could vie for it. We've got already a cancellation. Middle Tennessee versus Florida International game has been canceled. So we just have one of the preliminary rounds uh, before we get into the real bracket. It's just Rice versus Southern Miss, and uh, let's get into the Conference USA preview. So, who do you like in that game?
Rice versus Southern Miss is a very interesting matchup. They played a good series early in the year, but I'm going to go with Rice here. I like Quincy Olivari and Travis Evie, a really good guard duo. Max Fiedler is one of the best passing big men in the country, probably. He just really does it all. For Southern Miss, it was a bit of a rebuild after losing Gabe Watson among a few other guys, but Tyler Stevenson's been a baller. I'm going to go with Rice here, though.
Yeah, I like Rice as well. Quincy Olivieri, certainly a really good score as well, and of course Travis Evie as well. So that's a good scoring punch. Max Feeder to kind of run the show. I like Rice to advance here, and that will set us up with the 8-9 game, UTSA versus Charlotte. I like UTSA here. Uh, this team that you Javon Jackson is just a superstar. Keaton Wallace as well. That's a as good as a 1-2 punch as you're going to get. So yeah, I like UTSA to advance. I think they could potentially give some trouble to Western Kentucky in uh, the next round.
Yeah, I'm going to go with UTSA here, too. You can't teach just being an elite scorer, and that's exactly what you get with Javon Jackson. So I think UTSA is going to be able to move on here.
All right, that sets us up with Rice versus Marshall. I like Marshall to advance here. Tavion Kinsley is a superstar scorer. Uh, I think he is going to, lead this team into the next round. So give me Marshall.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Marshall here, too. I do like Tavion Kinsey quite a bit. And then you look at Jared West. That's a really good duo there. Marshall, they play super fast with Dan D'Antoni, the brother of Mike D'Antoni, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Thundering Herd here.
All right, UTEP versus Florida Atlantic. I like UTEP here. They gave Kansas a very good game. Sully Bloom is an outstanding scorer. Bryson Williams is dominant inside. So give me UTEP to advance.
Yeah, I'm with you here. I mean, they played a great game against Kansas the other day. Bryson Williams has to play that way if they're going to be able to win. Titus Verhoeven had 5 blocks against Kansas, too. Played solid defense against David McCormick there for a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Miners.
All right. North Texas versus Middle Tennessee State. I like North Texas to advance here. Javion Hamlet is certainly a superstar. I like North Texas. So, yeah, give me them to advance.
Yeah, I'm going to go with North Texas here, too. Javion Hamlet, like you said, is an absolute baller. Then you have Dres McBride, who can really light it up from deep. Zachary Simmons is steady inside. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Grant McCaslin's North Texas Mean Green here.
UTEP versus Western Kentucky. I like Western Kentucky to advance. They have more talent at the end of the day, and talent wins out. When you have Charles Bassey on the team, when you have players like that, I don't see how you can pick against them. So give me Western Kentucky to advance.
Yeah, Charles Bass is going to absolutely feast in this game. So I'm going to go with the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers.
All right, UAB against Marshall. I'm gonna go with UAB here. Michael Ertl, Tevin Lavin, Quan Jackson, really good 3-man trio. And this UAB team, they certainly overachieved this year. I don't think many people thought much of them, but Andy Kennedy is certainly a really good coach. So give me UAB.
Yeah, Andy Kennedy is really building something consistent and special there. I really like the defensive ability of this team. Trey Jemison was a great ad from Clemson. I'm going to go with UAB here.
All right. UTEP versus Louisiana Tech. I'm going to go with the upset here. I'm going with UTEP. I think they have more talent. They're starting to figure it out. Uh, and at the end of the day, it's just not going to be a chalky bracket. You're going to get an upset somewhere. So I predict it to be here.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Louisiana Tech. I just think top to bottom, I do like them better. Isaiah Crawford is super talented. He's a good sophomore. It could be a pro one day. He just has a lot of different tools. Caleb Ladeau is really good, and I like Kenneth Lofton Jr. quite a bit. He's a 6'7" freshman who weighs 275. He's going to absolutely feast inside in this game. Nobody is going to be able to stop 275. It's just tough to stop.
Yeah. That sets us up with Old Dominion versus North Texas. I like North Texas. Javion Hamlet is certainly, I think, the best player in this game. And, in terms of North Texas, kind of a somewhat down year, but I think they're going to peak at the right time. And I think they'll get done in this game in advance.
Yeah, North Texas's underlying numbers have been, like Ken Palm wise, has been super, telling of what this season's been. They've been very good, but they haven't been great. And I think that their numbers show that they struggle on offense at times, but defensively, I trust them. So I'm going to go with North Texas here.
All right. I think we both have UAB versus Western Kentucky. I like Western Kentucky to advance. At the end of the day, it's all about talent, and Western Kentucky has a ton of it. Give me them to advance.
Yeah, Western Kentucky, certainly. I just like this team so much. Obviously, they lost a game they really shouldn't have lost last week, but I'm going to go with Charles Bassey, Tavion Hollingsworth. Josh Anderson is a freak athlete, and Luke Frampton is finally back, so he's going to be able to hit some threes. I just think Western Kentucky, top to bottom, is better.
All right. I have a UTEP versus North Texas game. I'm going to go with North Texas here. I think from the beginning, I was thinking North Texas would be right up there with Western Kentucky. They have not quite been there, but I think they're going to peak at the right time. Give me North Texas to advance to the championship.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's pretty clear to me these are the top two teams in the conference, Western Kentucky and North Texas, just like is predicted in the preseason. So that's what I'm going to go here.
All right, and then championship. I mean, you cannot go against. You can't go against Western Kentucky. They just have too much talent. Charles Bassey is a monster inside. So yeah, Western Kentucky's my pick to win the Conference USA championship.
Yeah, Western Kentucky. I mean, this is just such a talented team. They beat Alabama earlier in the season. So I think you got to go here and say that they're going to win this one.
That will wrap it up for our Conference USA preview. Make sure to subscribe to YouTube. We'll be back for more.